Hey man, you want to celebrate a couple of wins from this past
Yes, I
week?
do.
Cool. I'm gonna let you go
All
first.
right.
What do you got?
A big win I had was I saw a couple of old friends that I hadn't seen in quite some time, actually. I forgot how long it'd been since I'd seen them until all three of us met up for lunch.
Hmm.
And I know that they were kind of expecting to. I don't want to misspeak. I'm not gonna say they were expecting anything, but I know they
Hmm.
were definitely excited to see me. And they didn't know what shape I was going to be in for sure. They know that I've
Right.
been talking better on the show, and I'm not all scabby and scratching all the time, which is always good. But
Yep.
at the end of the lunch, I was holding court, and was able to put the fight back in both of them because they both
Nice.
had forgotten what they had been through and what they were made of. And it was cool to at the end have them look at me and be like, it's really good to see you. It's really good to see you. Gave big hugs. I miss those dudes. So it was good to
Mhm.
get the hugs in, especially because we were still in the restaurant. So everybody was just looking at us like, what are you guys doing? And of course, you know me, I'm squeezing and I'm holding on. I'm not letting go. But that was a big win for me. That was a big win to make my friends that I know have been worried about me, make them feel a little better that I'm not totally crazy, just like a quarter.
I like that a lot. One, I mean, what I take from that is like just how awesome it is to have friends,
Yeah,
you know?
that's pretty sweet.
Um, and I think that also for you, I mean, another win that I take from that from you is um, because I've had a couple of instances in my life similar to that where I'm reconnecting with somebody and they're not to put words in their mouth, but their expectation of when they see me or have a conversation with me, it's like, oh man, last time I saw you, you were in a bad
Yeah,
place,
dude.
and they walk away like, man, you're doing really good, and I'm like, yeah, I am. Just because I was downtrodden at one point in my life doesn't mean I have to always be that way. Um, and again, just speaking to you is that your your last probably 2 years, good or bad, is what it is, has not been private.
It has
It's been
not. It
public.
has not been private, not even a little bit.
Right. So due to the fact that you're on the radio, is that people know that you've gone through some stuff. Some of it, and I'll just say it out loud, overblown and exaggerated for the sake of radio. Don't believe everything you hear on the
Mhm.
radio. But there is some truth to the fact that you've had a bit of a dark night of the
Oh
soul.
man,
And now look at you, man. You're shining, you're smiling, you look good.
it feels good. And like it's so crazy to me because I used to definitely be, like I enjoy sharing love with people and telling them I love them, but that was like surface level stuff. Now
Cool.
it's like when I see people, I'm seeing their inner child, and I'm having
Hmm.
this moment with people where they're slowly shedding this armor. And by the time they take it all off, they're just looking for a hug and to be reminded that they don't need anybody or anything whatsoever. They just needed someone to remind them that they could take that armor off and walk around the world and be okay. And I am starting to really believe that the people that followed my craziness,
Hmm.
it affects them differently because they're looking at me going, you were walking around downtown St. Pete without shoes and no shirt at one point during the dark times. Now you're giving me advice that not only am I agreeing with, but it's making me feel good as I'm walking
Oh,
away.
that's
It
awesome.
is, and it feels good because there was a wild shark. I mean, you know that I thought I was going crazy, dude.
I know. Well, it's okay. I mean, um, well, and it stands to reason that your perspective, because you've been down that path, literally with no shoes or shirt on,
Ah,
um,
well played.
that that you when you can help somebody, it's not just thin advice. It's actually perspective. It's wisdom, and that, dude, that's awesome. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, I try.
I love that. My win is way, way
No,
less.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, no, okay. That all right. Before I share my win, because my win comes with kind of a funny story. Um, the reason why, and we should do this more
I
often. Like
agree.
we should just make this a thing that every Saturday, because in life, we always are so busy thinking about what we have to do that we never stop to really think about what we've done. And I think celebrating wins, just even small, large, whatever they are, is just important. So whether you want to do it now or listen to us now or like call us in the next segment and go like, oh, I got to win. Great, do that. But just heed those words, is that life is filled with all the stuff you have to do. Don't forget about the things that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, so we're back in Oaxaca, and there's a really cool thing that happens this time every year, and it only happens for about 3 weeks around Mexican independence, is they have a dish called chili en Nogada. Okay. And what this dish is it is it's basically a stuffed pepper that they bake, and then they pour like a white crema sauce on it, and then they put pomegranates, and then they put like green herbs around it, so it has the colors of the Mexican flag. But it's this dish that is so rich in flavor. It's kind of sweet and it's kind of spicy, and it's really, 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 really good. And you can only get it for about 3 weeks every year. So if like literally in a couple of weeks it'll be gone. So Tanya and I went out Wednesday night to the fanciest restaurant in Oaxaca. There are 2 Michelin star restaurants here. One of them, the one we went to the other night for the chili en Nogada, it's good. It's a little overpriced for my taste, but it's nice. It's like a refined experience. The chili en Nogada was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But that's not the win. The win is not that I had chili en Nogada. Here's the win. So my daughter and I have a thing, and I think it's okay to say this on the radio. So we have a thing. We're really into spoons, like really cool, small spoons. Okay. But it's not just that like we go to IKEA and find the cool spoon or the store. What makes these spoons so cool is that we steal them from restaurants.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love it.
So not once, but twice last week, we went out to one of them being this really nice, fancy Michelin star restaurant here in Oaxaca. But not once, but twice last week, I procured, I won't use the word steal, I procured 2 really awesome spoons from these really nice restaurants. And I'm very particular about my spoons. Let me just be very straightforward with you. I'm very particular. They got to be small. They got to look cool. They got to have a nice finish to them. And generally speaking, fancy restaurants have pretty nice small spoons. So on 2 different occasions last week, one of them being at this fancy Michelin star restaurant, we left and got in the taxi, and I reached in my pocket and I pulled it out and I'm like, look what I got. I got this really awesome spoon.
Awesome.
So yeah, so I have 2 really, really, really nice new spoons from 2 very, very nice restaurants here in Oaxaca. And it adds to my collection because one of the things I realized when I got down here is I left all my really nice spoons that I have procured from restaurants in New York City and St. Petersburg and Mexico City and all these places. I left them in Florida. And I don't like stirring. It's so weird. I don't like stirring my coffee with big spoons.
No, who
does? I
like
these little spoons. So I've had to procure. And last week, my win is I didn't get just 1, but I got 2 really awesome spoons from restaurants here in Oaxaca. And if you are a local restaurant and you're listening, it's probably okay because you don't understand English. So I'm just going to kind of roll with this. But yes, a win for me last week was just like the very simple, subtle, and it made me think of not just
me because I'm little.
No, it made me think of my daughter. So, and she may be listening right now. So Adelaide, you'll be happy to know that I'm keeping up our tradition of stealing really nice spoons from really nice restaurants.
A couple things here. First and foremost, if that spoon is nearby, I'd love to take a look at it. I love a good spoon.
Okay.
Secondly, being someone that's smaller than the average size human being, I love little spoons, little forks, little toothpicks. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like the coolest thing ever. And number 3 is if you can steal any other, excuse me, procure any other silverware, and or you need someone to bring silverware down to you that you're needing right now, that smells like an adventure.
It is an adventure. And I will say to you, Spanish, on and off the air, you are invited to come down at any point.
Bring the spoons.
Just schedule it so that you're not down here when everybody else is coming down, specifically around Day of the Dead. And just back to this, and we'll go to break. But our wins were very different, but they both meant something because they took us to a place where we thought about something authentic within us. It brought us joy, either reflecting on past experiences or reflecting on past experiences of something that I hold and cherish true to my daughter and I, which is oddly enough stealing spoons from fancy restaurants.
And can I add something to that? Because
Sure.
you actually made me think of this at the beginning of this break, and I forgot until just now. But
Mhm.
you reminded me at the beginning of this break, talking about friends. Even if whether no matter how big the win or small the win is, just talking to your buddy about it, it all of a sudden makes you
Yeah.
start thinking of all these other things where you're like, oh yeah, this happened, and then this happened,
Yeah.
and we can do this together.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I can't wait to tell you
Yeah.
this. And I can't wait to tell you this. Yeah. 100%. I totally. Yeah, man. Friends are good.
Man.
Spoons are good, but friends are even
Spoons
better.
are great.
So friends are great. So, oh man, this break is going to be on YouTube and people are going to be commenting like, I wasted 13 minutes of my life listening to you guys talk about spoons. No, talk about friends too.